Hi everybody, my name is Richard and I am a member over at the Center of Spiritual Living in Redlands, California. I've been going there for about a year now and I'm staying. I told Brother Mark the other day that this place feels like home, and I'm not kidding. Whenever I'm there at the facility, and everyone there feels like family or friends. Here online, I mean, that still comes through. I'm talking to people who actually care. One reason why I decided to stay is because the truth is they made me feel like there's nothing wrong with me. I was told that I'm perfect just the way I am. And you know what? I believe it. I'm perfect just the way I am. You're perfect just the way you are also.
And so, good morning, everybody. It's Brother Mark welcoming you to our Sunday morning meditation. And so, just inviting you to turn within and be still, inviting you to be comfortable in your place in the chair. Feel yourself supported. Have good posture. You want to keep your back straight, maybe your palms up, resting on your knees. And let's simply become mindful of our breathing. And so inviting you to take an inhale in for a count of 1 and an exhale out for a count of 2. An inhale in for a count of 2 and an exhale out for a count of up to 4. An inhale in for a count of up to 3 and an exhale out for a count of up to 6. Let's take an inhale in for a count of up to 4. And an easy exhale out for a count of up to 8. And an inhale in for a count of up to 5. Easy exhale out for a count of up to 10. And inviting you now to return to your normal breathing pattern. Reminded that the power and the presence, the love, the grace, the divine health and perfect wholeness of God breathes us. It uses us. And so we consecrate this time of sacred stillness and silence, this meditative contemplation, to be a place for the remembering of the I am that I am. To build the spiritual muscle that is within and resides deep within each of us. Some may call it the heart space, or you may, with your breathing, just find it within the body temple. And inviting you to infuse it with love and light intelligence, seeing all needs met, seeing this place in you that has never been nor could ever be hurt or harmed or endangered in any way. See it now in your mind's eye as thicker, broader, bolder, wider, a bigger space. And so with each breath, we infuse this space within us with everything and anything that's for our highest and best good. Only that comes to our mind's awareness, and we infuse it, we allow it, we permit it, consciously and effortlessly, now. And if you're willing, allow for your breathing to take you even deeper, sinking even deeper, perfectly held in the arms of the divine. Perfectly supplied, open, ready, and willing to receive your highest and best good now. And so with each breath, inviting you to breathe in gratitude. And exhaling out gratitude. Grateful for our very breath. And grateful for our very life. Inviting you to bring your conscious awareness back to the body temple. Easily and effortlessly feel yourself held by the chair. You may want to tap your toes to the ground, being certain you can feel the ground. You may want to tap the fingertips together, being certain you can feel the fingertips. And when you're ready and in your own time, allow gently for the outer eyes to open. As you become aware of your surroundings and your space, take a look at yourself, making sure you can see the physical. Being fully present back, open and receptive to the highest and best good, the highest vibration of what has transpired in this time, this sacred and holy time of stillness and remembering. And so inviting us each individually to hold this idea of gratitude as the catchphrase for our day. Gratitude. Gratitude for our very life. Gratitude for our very breath. Gratitude for our very beingness. And so we infuse the energy of gratitude into this morning's continuation of our Sunday experience at CSL Redlands. And I'm sending you now hermetically sealed divine health and perfect wholeness for each of you individually and for all of your loved ones collectively. See yourself in a bubble, a protective bubble that only your highest and best good can reach. And we see this for our spiritual tribe. We know this to be the truth for all the congregants and all the people who find us remotely and click to watch. We see you. We know you. We know that right where you are, God is. Right where you are, God is. Right where you are, God is. And this concludes our meditation portion of service. It's Brother Mark sending you unconditional love and virtual hugs. Kisses too. The service will begin shortly. Namaste. Namaste.
Hello, my name is David Torrey, and I'm your CSL Redlands IT sound and video person. I'd just like to take a moment to read a statement from Centers for Spiritual Living. This comes from their Spiritually Motivated Social Engagement Committee. Racism in the United States. Centers for Spiritual Living calls for it to end. We are grieving lives that ought not to have been lost. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery are the most recent in a list of countless unarmed African American and Black people who have been murdered for the color of their skin over the past 400 years in the U.S. Too many generations have suffered, and it has never been and is not now acceptable. We denounce racism in all of its forms, the starkness of unapologetic intentional racism, the racism of silence in the face of injustice, the systemic racism inherent in our education, justice, income, and opportunity inequity, and the racism that lies hidden in our individual hearts and minds. We envision a world where personal responsibility joins with social conscience in every area of the political, corporate, academic, and social sectors. We value a community-wide climate of safety that arises from compassion, justice, mutual respect, and kindness. Therefore, we join our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, who, echoing the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., said, "You and I should form the habit of taking definite time each day to contemplate and affirm peace with justice. For there is no peace possible without justice. But faith without works is dead." We should not only pray, we should act, each contributing the best they have to the common purpose, each willing to make any sacrifice necessary. For there can be no individual self-preservation without the preservation of all. We call upon ourselves and the faith communities in the U.S. to take action that shows that we have heard the cry of suffering and we own our responsibility for it. Whether that action is prayer, donations to organizations that promote racial justice, rigorous self-education, or active engagement, let not this moment in history pass unattended. May the actions we take be steeped in peace and respect for the sacredness of each life, knowing that whatever we do individually and collectively must be divinely directed from a higher consciousness. When we apply our proven spiritual principles through rigorous practices and compassionate action, the desired result cannot fail to demonstrate. Once again, that was Centers for Spiritual Living, Spiritually Motivated Social Engagement Committee.
Hello, I'm Edward Fullion. As we approach the end of June's focus on mindfulness, I want to be mindful to thank the theme who put our suggested topics and content together for Centers for Spiritual Living's study groups and centers all across the world. This is a resource and inspiration for our activities and studies. Our suggested focus this month is mindfulness for mavericks. Did you know that our Science of Mind magazine's monthly themes match these topics? Now, if you visit our online magazine, you'll see that each month's edition is full of additional support and inspiration on the same topics our centers and study groups around the world are likely using. In this fourth and final week, our focus shifts to mindfulness in actions. Bayard Rustin wrote, "The real radical is that person who has a vision of equality and is willing to do those things that will bring reality closer to that vision." Or in the words of another maverick, Martha Graham, "There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action, and because there is only one of you in all of time, this expression is unique. And if you block it, it will never exist through any other medium, and it will be lost. The world will not have it. It is not your business to determine how good it is, nor how valuable, nor how it compares with other expressions. It is your business to keep it yours clearly and directly, to keep the channel open." Mindfulness in action, then, is a state of being awake, aware, present to the moment, present to what lives in us, and to the vision that is calling us forward, and to follow, to respond to it, to let it out. How do we stay awake and aware to all of that? Well, the team who created this month's focus says we can practice being present in the ordinary tasks of our life, like washing the dishes or folding the laundry, because being mindful in simple tasks can train us to be present to our connection with the divine. And when we are awake to that presence within us, alert to its nudgings, that's when action will and must follow. Being intentional and being a maverick takes courage. Audre Lorde reminds us, when I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it makes no difference whether or not I am afraid. May you be guided from within to express what is uniquely yours to express in this world. My blessings to you.
Look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in a sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together, we come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together, we come together in the name of love. Now look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in a sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together, we come together. We come together in the name of love. We come together, yeah, we come together. We come together in the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed and color, ship we unite. Each other, yeah. Now look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in a sanctuary. Now lift your voice and repeat after me. Come together in the name of love. We come together, yeah, we come together. Oh, we come together in the name of love. We come together, yeah, we come together. Oh, we come together in the name of love.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our service here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands, California. We are so grateful that you have decided to join us this morning. My name is Holly Bocanegra, and I am a member of the board. The theme for the month of June is Mindfulness for Mavericks. Once again, we are so grateful to have you join us this morning, and please enjoy the service.
I send my love. I send my love send my joy into the heavens, and joy returns to me. I send my prayers over the mountains. I send my prayers over the sea. I send my prayers into the heavens, and prayers return to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and power returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and peace returns to me. And peace returns to me.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reverend Dr. Renee Hart, and I'm a licensed practitioner from Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands. So hello, everyone. So I just want to take this breath, and we're just going to breathe. So in this moment, what I know is God is all that there is. What I know is that God is perfection. God is harmony. And in this, what I know is that I am one with perfection. I know that I am one with balance, love, joy, because it's all God. And so in knowing this, I know this for everyone right here, right now, that God is all that there is, and God is within you now. So then I know that every cell of your body is whole, healthy, and complete. I know that God presides there, right here, right now. So as we take this breath, we breathe. And we're knowing that God is at the very center of your core. So we bless this day. We bless it knowing all is in divine right order right here, right now. So we're knowing that perfect peace is ours right now. I know this for you. Perfect harmony is yours right now. So as we just take this breath, I know this to be the truth in this very, very moment. Regardless what you see or feel, we knowing the truth of who you are. And in knowing this, I give thanks for knowing this to be the truth today. I step into that awareness of this truth today, knowing that all is well. All is perfect. All is good. Right here, right now. And in knowing this, I just release my words into the universal law. I know that it is perfect, and I know that it is complete. And if we are in agreement with this prayer, we will say, and so it is. Amen. Namaste. And so today's reading is coming from Science of Mind book, Meditations for Self-Help. My life is in God. It cannot be hurt or hindered. It express. God lives and express through me. His work is complete and perfect now. I know his life to be my life. And I know that my life is complete now. And so it is. Namaste.
There comes a time when we hear a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying, and it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We are all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Send them your heart, so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free, as God has shown us by turning stones to bread. So we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones that make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. When you're down and out, there seems no hope at all, but if you just believe, there's no way we can fall. Well, let us realize that a change can only come when we stand together as one. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones that make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, make a better day, just you and me. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, yeah, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Yes, it's true, we make a better day, just you and me. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. Today is the last Sunday of June. And today is the final Sunday of our Mindfulness for Mavericks series. We have talked about mindful breath and the beautiful reciprocity of breath moving into and out of our physical bodies. And we've talked about mindful intention, setting a mindful intention that moves us forward on our life path. And we have talked about mindful speech. Speaking our word in a mindful way and speaking to others in a mindful way that allows us to bring our word into that creative mode that creates our life. Because everything we say, folks, creates something for us, with us, as us. And today, we're going to be talking about mindful action. This is the day where we get to work. So I hope you're ready to take action on the intention that you've set and on the words that you've spoken, because today we'll learn all about that. You know, the natural process of creation is transformative, and it needs to involve moving our feet. It needs to involve the idea that as we move our feet, we're taking action that moves us forward into a greater experience of our life. And sometimes it can feel uncomfortable. We plant seeds in our garden, and we sometimes want to dig them up because it's uncomfortable, because we don't know if they're growing or not. Well, don't do that. They won't grow if you dig them up. We have to tend to those seeds with loving care, with mindfulness. And so today we're going to learn how to do that care, how to take that sort of action in our lives that allows the seeds in our inner life to grow and blossom and to expand. It is said in the Bible that faith without works is dead. You just can't have one without the other. You have faith and you have work or action. And if you don't take action on the faith that you have, nothing happens. Faith without works is dead. The two are inseparable. And Dr. Holmes tells us this. He said in his little book, Journey into Life, on page 20, he said, work without vision is drudgery, but vision without work is self-deception. So let's break this down. Work without vision is drudgery. If we don't know why we're doing something, it's chaos. If an architect doesn't draw plans and make a plan for building a building, chaos ensues, I would think. I'm not an architect, but I do know about the creative process, and that's part of what we're talking about today. This creative process goes on and on and on. Every time we speak our word with a set intention and move our feet into action, we are creating something new. Isn't that exciting? We get to create new stuff all the time. So back to Dr. Holmes. He says, work without vision is drudgery, but vision without work is self-deception. So if we have a vision and we just sit there and admire the vision and how beautiful it is and how wonderful it is, it's just like entertainment. It's not really doing anything. Let's think for a moment about Thomas Edison. He could have sat in a dark room and loved the idea of electricity. How wonderful it would be for all of humanity to have light, to have all that could help people in so many ways. He had a vision. And had he sat in his dark room and not done anything about it, we might be in the dark today. But you see, electricity's always been there. Thomas Edison knew that, and he worked on it until he was successful. And sometimes that action can be kind of scary, because when we take an action, we might not know what we're moving into. We might not know what the next step is. It's sort of like stepping off the edge of the abyss and hoping that there is a bridge that will help us cross to the next ledge. You know, Jesus and Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., they all had a vision. They didn't just pray. They did move their feet. They did the work. Jesus told the apostles, and he told us in Scripture, these things and greater shall you do. He didn't say these things and greater shall you pray for. He didn't want people to sit around on their cushions all day in the dark, wondering what to do next. He wanted us to be doers, taking action on the faith that we already have. Mindfulness is a state of being awake and aware and alive to the present moment. Mindfulness isn't just about meditation. It isn't just about thinking, oh, I'm doing this now. Oh, I'm doing that now. It isn't just about that. It is about that, but it is about being aware of what we're doing, awake to what we're doing, and present in the moment that we're doing it. How many times have you maybe done some dishes and been thinking about faraway things? And the dishes seem to go on and on and on. But what if we did the dishes with mindfulness, with really knowing that we're taking action to love ourselves enough to have clean plates and flatware? What if we would love ourselves enough to do laundry in this way? Being mindful about washing clothes and folding them and putting them away, instead of it being a drudgery. We could make it our vision for that moment and be in that mindfulness moment and take those actions that bring us ultimate joy. I don't know about you, but I love clean stuff. Clean clothes, clean dishes, clean house. And so to do it with drudgery is doing it without that vision, without that intention, without that faith that I know that I can do this with a mindful place in my heart. Our work or our action emerges from within because of our faith. Our actions are the embodiment, and they demonstrate how much faith we have. There's a wonderful quote by Bayard Rustin, who was a big helper to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the 50s. He said, the proof that one believes is in action. Yes, the proof that we believe is in the action that we take. So we must take action on that vision, on that idea. I have a story about that. Way back in the day when I was first entertaining the idea of becoming a minister, I sat with it for a long time. The idea floated into my awareness. I knew it was there. And I would watch the ministers where I went to church, and I would think, I would like to do that. I would like to teach people. I would like to uplift people and educate them about the science of mind philosophy that we teach. I love this philosophy, and so I wanted to bring it to more people through ministry. And I wasn't quite sure what to do, but I asked. I sat in a visioning session where, in visioning, we sit in meditation quietly and we ask the divine or God, what is the divine idea for my life? What is mine to do? And what must I release? And what must I embrace? And is there anything else I need to know? And so I sat in that visioning session, just asking, being open, and I received words. Some people receive colors and symbols and all kinds of crazy things. I received words. And the words were this: just say yes. Just say yes. And so I began to say yes to each step on my journey through ministerial training, through my internships, through the ordination process, through all of it, every step, I visioned. And I received the same answer: just say yes, just keep going. You see, in the beginning, there was a cosmic hand on my back pushing me into ministry. And as I relaxed and allowed that hand to guide me to do what was next for me, I began to realize how much of a soul calling this is and how much I needed to be doing this work. And it became exciting and eventful. And I'm still doing it today. And I'm sure that there are many of you listening to this who have been in the same situation, where you have just wondered, what am I to do next? And then something comes and you're off and running. You take an action step and off you go. It might be moving across the country. It might be taking on a new job. It might be making masks for humanity. Whatever that calling is, you are expressing God. You are expressing that infinite divine energy that is throughout the universe and beyond. This magnificent energy that is absolute unconditional love wants to express through each of us. And we have everything needed to make that happen. And we must step forward. We must take that step. You know, we're all mavericks. You and I, we're all mavericks. Everyone listening to this particular talk is a maverick. Mavericks do things that are a little beyond the norm. Mavericks like Mother Teresa, Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King, Ernest Holmes, Jesus. Mavericks are people who know the truth, and they want to express that truth through them, through their special gift. You are no different than them. I am no different than them. We all have a special gift to express, and it's up to us to take the step to put it into action. Taking intentional action allows us to reveal to the world the vision that has come to us through the thought process, through visioning, through meditation, however it comes, but it allows us to give our gift of what it is that we are to do on this planet. And then someone else catches it and gives their gift, and on it goes. And soon we have created a world that works for everyone. This is the vision for Centers for Spiritual Living, and it is also our vision here at Redlands. A world that works for everyone, not just one or two, everyone. So we might be called mavericks, or we might be called radicals for what we believe and how we take action. But what I want to read to you is a quote, again by Bayard Rustin, who said, "The real radical is that person who has a vision of equality and is willing to do those things that brings that reality close to that vision. So you see, we are the ones that are taking action to bring our vision into reality and allowing it to express throughout the world. This is important work for us. And it's work that we are here to do. We're meant to do it. And it can be scary. Audre Lorde, the poet, says, "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it makes no difference whether I'm afraid or not." It doesn't matter that we're afraid if we take that first step. That first step will allow us to release some of that fear. And as we keep moving forward, the fear drops away and we are impassioned by our forward movement. And so we get to pray, we get to set a new intention, we get to breathe mindfully, and we get to meditate for that divine discernment, that vision that is ours. And we get to ask, what is ours to do? What is the action that I am to take today? There is work to be done. There is so much work to be done. And I don't mean work in the sense of drudgery. I mean work in the sense of an inspiring action that we are here to accomplish. There is so much that you are capable of doing. You are the divine in form, in expression, and you are here to do your perfect work. We have an affirmation for us today. And this affirmation will move us forward. So I'm going to read it to you, and then we'll repeat it together. It says this: every action I take emerges from knowing my oneness with all. You see, we're one with all creation. We breathe the same air. We walk the same earth. We are a part of all that is. And all life is a part of all that is. We are in oneness with all. And the action that we take serves our highest good. So let's repeat our affirmation. I'll say a bit of it, and then you can repeat it after me. Every action I take emerges from knowing my oneness with all. Yeah. And serves the highest good. It serves your highest good, and it serves the highest good for everyone you love, for people that you don't know, for people who are in pain right now. It serves the highest good for you to take action, knowing your oneness with everything and being in that place of service and devotion to the infinite life that is God. This makes a world that works for everyone. Blessings. Namaste.
Blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart.
So I'm making a plea to every member out there and every visitor out there that has come and enjoyed the service, and anybody else who feels that this community is important and should stay intact. And so I'm asking you guys to pay attention to the links after this video, which will give you instructions on how to donate money in the safest way that you feel comfortable in. I mean, some of it's online, and also you can go directly to the facility and drop off a check at a secure mailbox they have there, and a board member will go pick up the checks, and believe me, it's safe. The board members are amazing. They watch every single penny. There is not a penny being wasted. It is all for us. And so I'm asking that you do what you can. Don't harm yourself, but do what you can, because it is life. And so I'm asking that we all stay together and care for one another and care for ourselves, and take care. Bye-bye.
It's time for our conscious giving. I want to take a moment to just thank you for the generous gifts that you continue to give to our Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands, California. Your gift allows us to thrive as we take care of our financial obligations, and as we bring you as many wonderful programs and services as possible. If you're watching us on Facebook this morning, look to your right of this video and you'll see the words "See More." Just click on that, and there you will see options for giving online. Of course, you can give by PayPal, or you can give using Zelle. You can also give using Venmo. And our church address is also there under the information about Venmo. So you can drop by the church and drop it in our secure mailbox, or you can mail it to the church. Or if you like, when you're in our area and visit our church some Sunday morning, bring your gift with you and put it in our touchless offering bowl. This giving allows us to bring forward that law of circulation and put it into action. This is an action step for us. We've set the intention to grow spiritually, and we've spoken our word, and here we are, and this is an action step for us to take. So today I invite you to express your faith and your belief in the abundance of the universe with your gift. If you have your gift with you, or if you don't, if you've already given it, thank you. I just invite you to place your hand and your gift, if you have it, over your heart. And let's repeat our offering affirmation together. I'll say a line, then you can say a line. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal, bless, and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Blessings.
Well, I want to thank the person who wrote this letter. I think it is very wonderful. And I know that all of us are grateful that the writer wishes to place a special advertisement in a local paper so that more people can hear these broadcasts of ours. And here is a lesson for all of us. How is it that we shall multiply our effort 100 times. Really, all it would take to do this is for everyone who listens to tell all the people whom he knows. In this way, our good will be multiplied, because our good will include the good of others. And I want you to know how happy your letters are making me. How glad I am that you are using the lessons that we are sending you. And please remember this. You do not need to wait, for each lesson is complete within itself. And as you apply the instructions in each one of these lessons to your everyday living, you will soon discover that something begins to happen. You will come to know that you really are using a power greater than you are, and you are using it in faith and in confidence. And I hope with great enthusiasm, for I cannot think of any other adventure in life equal to the adventure of faith. The thought for our meditation today is one of the most helpful of all the sayings of Jesus. Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me, and I know that thou hearest me always. There is no doubt or uncertainty here, only gratitude and joy. As we think these thoughts of Jesus after him, each placing them in his own words, let us see if we too cannot say, I know that thou hearest me always. I am now making known my request with thanksgiving, because I believe that the law of good, which is a law of love, will act on my faith and bring into my experience and into the experience of those whom I love the good we all so greatly desire. I am not praying for anything specific, but I am affirming that divine intelligence leads me into pathways of peace, of happiness, of health, and of success in my everyday living. I am lifting up my whole thought in enthusiasm and in expectancy and in joy to the outpouring of the divine Spirit. Therefore, I expect everything in my life and in the lives of those whom I love to come under divine guidance. And as I send out my thought of love to the whole world, I expect it to return to me multiplied. And as I wish good for everyone, I expect that this same good will return to my personal experience. I do believe in the availability of divine power, and I believe in the intimate nearness of the one perfect Spirit. I do desire that this Spirit shall influence my every act, because I know that only good can come from God. There is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it.
Before I begin our closing prayer, I want to thank you all for joining us here online this morning. Or if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for tuning in to us. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page. I also want you to know that if you're ever in our area and would like to attend church in person, come to us every Sunday, 10 a.m., and we will be here with mindfulness about everyone's safety. We have physical distance seating. We have people who will take your temperature upon entering. We have hand sanitizer for you to use. And we also have masks if you have forgotten yours. So we'd love to welcome you into our Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands, California, any Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And now let's move into the closing prayer. I invite you to close your outer eyes, allowing yourself to turn within, turning within to that inner divine spiritual place within you that is the presence of the divine, shining its light at the center of your being. And let's just recognize that light as pure, unconditional love. This light is pure, unconditional peace, absolute joy, absolute goodness on every level. This divine presence is the light. It is the light of the world. It is the light of our life. It is the light that is who we are. And so in this moment, we know that as we are created from the image and likeness of the infinite, we are a part of all of life that is on this planet. We are part of all of life that is throughout the universe. We breathe in this life. We breathe in that light and that unconditional love, and it becomes a part of us and is exactly who we are. And in this unity, I speak my word and claim for everyone within the sound of my voice that there is perfect healing taking place on every level. Healing in the physical, allowing our physical bodies to know the truth that we have perfect assimilation, perfect circulation, and perfect elimination. The wholeness that is God, that is the divine, resides within us. And so that wholeness makes itself known, even though we may be going through some sort of dis-ease or discomfort. Even though we may have been diagnosed with something, that wholeness is still there, and it is still expressing healing, blessing, bringing life to us, to each one, to all that we love, to all that we don't know, to all of those beings on this planet that need extra healing this day. We simply send that out to them by sending our healing love. I speak my word and claim for each of us this day that we are healed on the mental level. That any sense of melancholy or depression or overwhelm due to all of the world's events, due to events in our lives, due to our own thinking, all of that is dissipated. And we bring ourselves into that mindful state that is filled with unconditional peace. As we focus on our breath, we know that our breath is giving us life. And so this life is also expressing through our mental atmosphere. And as we focus on this life, we are focusing on the divine that brings, that is the healing presence. And I speak my word for anyone this day who may be in a state of grief for the loss of a loved one, the loss of a relationship, the loss of a home. Every loss is change, and every change continues to change. And the grief is simply unconditional love pouring forth toward that person who has left, or that item in our life that has left. And we can allow that unconditional love to pour back into our being, knowing that we are safe, knowing that the presence of the divine is with us, around us, infilling us. And as we move forward into our life, we do so with that faith, knowing that all is well, all is perfect, all is God. I speak my word for our Redlands Center for Spiritual Living, knowing we continue to thrive and grow, and we are uplifted by all of those who come into our doors. We are blessed by each individual. We are blessed by all of the love that pours forth from without to within, and we pour our love back into all people, all life. Our center is a living, breathing, thriving entity on this planet. And I know that it continues to grow and blossom and expand in its reach. And I speak my word this day, and I claim for everyone around the world that peace is unconditional. It is the truth of our being, and peace is who we are. And we express that peace to each other, with each other, and to ourselves. Peace, healing, unconditional love. This is who we are. This is what we live with, for, and through. Peace, healing, unconditional love. As I have spoken these words, I know that these words are acted upon by that creative force in the universe that can't help but saying yes to all life, to every word. So I know that my words are already being acted upon and manifested by that infinite presence that is the creative life of the universe. And we see evidence of it each and every day. And so in this deep gratitude, knowing that every word I have spoken is the truth, and knowing that every word I have spoken is already being manifested, I release these words into that divine law that says yes. And I release it and I let it be. And I know it is so, because it is so in the presence of the divine. And so we can anchor these words, this prayer, this day, as we say with each other, and so it is. Amen and amen.
Holy, holy way. Holy beloved, a holy, holy way. me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing, and let me care for those around the world. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way.
So you're invited to join us in the Zoom room to remind you that you're never alone. If you want to be seen, come on in, grab the Zoom link and the password, and we'll see you there.